NCAC sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of This Week in the NCAC. I'm your host, Brett Billhart. On this week's show, we'll take a look back at all the action from across the North Coast Athletic Conference for the week ending on Sunday, April the 28th. We'll open this week's show by recognizing our weekly award winners for both men's and women's track and field. First, for the men, DePaul senior Noah Droddy earned the weekly award for distance and middle distance events after he finished 5th overall in the 10,000-meter run at the Hillsdale Gina Relays with a time of 29:41:42. He shattered the previous DPU record by 40 seconds and is currently tops in the NCAC and 4th in NCAA Division III with his performance. The weekly award for sprint and hurdle events went to Ohio Wesleyan sophomore Gabe Incarnato, who finished first in the 110-meter hurdles at the Denison Big Red Invitational with a time of 15:08. The final men's weekly award for field events went to Ohio Wesleyan sophomore Matt Hunter, who won the 2013 NCAC men's decathlon title with 6,277 points. The first women's award for distance and middle distance events went to Oberlin Jr. Molly Martorella, who led the Yo women at the Hillsdale Gina Relays by finishing 3rd overall and 1st among Division III runners in the 5,000-meter run with a time of 16:42:02. Ohio Wesleyan Jr. Antoinette Joliffe collected the weekly award for sprint and hurdle events after the Cardington, Ohio native won the 400-meter hurdles with a time of 1:08:01 at the Denison Big Red Invitational. And the final Women's Weekly Award for field events went to Denison freshman Aideen Brennan, who won the 2013 NCAC Women's Heptathlon with an NCAC record score of 4,629 points. Taking a closer look at the 2013 NCAC Outdoor Track and Field Championships, after last weekend's combined events at Ohio Wesleyan, the Battling Bishops sit atop the men's standing with 27 total points after placing 4 in the top 5 of the decathlon. On the women's side, Ohio Wesleyan earned 11 points and leads Denison by a single point after placing 3 in the top 8 of the heptathlon. The 2013 NCAC Track and Field Championships will be held this weekend at Kenyon College in Gambier, Ohio. Friday opens with field events at 12 p.m., while Saturday's schedule also begins with field events at 10 a.m. We'll now shift our attention to the links, where the first event of the 2013 NCAC Golf Championship Series was contested last weekend at the Granville Golf Course in Granville, Ohio. 3-time defending NCAC men's golf champion Wittenberg leads after the first event with a 36-hole team score of 586, while DePaul, the 2012 NCAC women's golf champion, sits atop the women's leaderboard after the first event with a 2-day team total of 632. Ohio Wesleyan checks in at 2nd in the men's standings with 599 strokes, followed by Kenyon with 613, Allegheny with 616, Worcester with 623, DePaul with 627, Denison with 628, Wabash with 634, Hiram with 713, and Oberlin with 871. Wittenberg sophomore Alex Andrews leads the men's individual standings after Event 1 with a career-best 36-hole score of 138, which included tying the school record 18-hole round with a 66 on Sunday. Kenyon freshman Jack Tomashot is 2nd with a 146, and Ohio Wesleyan sophomore John McMahon is 3rd with a 148. In the women's standings, Wittenberg is 2nd with 649 strokes, followed by Allegheny with 670, Denison with 688, Ohio Wesleyan with 710, Worcester with 808, and Hiram with 831. In the women's individual standings, DePaul junior Paige Gooch stands alone in the top position after carding a 2-day total of 149, while Wittenberg freshman Maggie Smith is 2nd after breaking the school record with a 36-hole score of 150. Allegheny senior Liz Blythe and Denison freshman Bryn Fitzgerald are tied for 3rd with identical 2-day totals of 158. The second and final event of the 2013 NCAC Golf Championship Series will be held at Oak Haven Golf Club in Delaware, Ohio this weekend, May 4th and 5th, with Ohio Wesleyan serving as the host institution. The men and women will play 36 holes over the 2 days, with 18 holes being played on both Saturday and Sunday. Moving on to tennis, the 2013 NCAC Championships concluded on Sunday evening at Oberlin College. The Kenyan men captured their 7th straight NCAC championship after defeating DePaul 5-1 in Sunday night's championship match, while the DePaul women captured their 2nd consecutive NCAC women's tennis title after defeating Denison 5-4 in Sunday afternoon's women's championship match. The Lords cruised past Ohio Wesleyan 5-0 in the quarterfinals on Friday and advanced to the championship match with a 5-0 triumph over Wittenberg in the semifinals on Saturday. DePaul paved its path to the men's championship match with a 5-1 victory over Wabash in the quarterfinals and a 5-3 triumph over Denison in the semifinals. Sunday's men's action also included Denison taking down Wittenberg 6-0 in the third-place match, Allegheny defeating Wabash 5-3 in the fifth-place match, and Ohio Wesleyan edging Oberlin 5-4 in the seventh-place match. The DePaul women opened play in the NCAC Tennis Championships with a 5-0 victory over Ohio Wesleyan in the quarterfinals on Friday and secured their spot in the championship match with a 5-2 victory over Oberlin in the semifinals on Saturday. Denison mapped its route through the tournament bracket with a 5-0 victory over Wittenberg in the quarterfinals and a 5-1 triumph over Kenyon in the semifinals. The remaining spots in the final NCAC women's tennis standings were also decided on Sunday, as Kenyon defeated Oberlin 5-2 in the third-place match, Allegheny took down Worcester in the fifth-place match, and Wittenberg narrowly edged Ohio Wesleyan 5-4 in the seventh-place match. And fans, let's now turn our attention to the lacrosse field, where second-seeded Ohio Wesleyan claimed the inaugural NCAC Men's Lacrosse Tournament Championship with a 10-9 victory over top-seeded Denison on Saturday in Granville. Ohio Wesleyan defeated Worcester 13-9 on Tuesday to advance to the championship game against the Big Red. The Bishops leaned on junior Casey Helms with 3 goals in the semifinals, while sophomore Ryan McMahon corralled 8 saves against the Fighting Scots in goal to advance to the finals. In the championship game, Helms scored what proved to be the deciding goal, and McMahon made a crucial save during the final minute to help OWU edge 13th-ranked Denison for the first time since the 2007 season, snapping a string of 8 straight losses. With the victory, the Battling Bishops have earned the NCAC's automatic bid into the 2013 NCAA Division III tournament. The championship field is set to be announced May 5th, with first-round action scheduled for May 8th. And let's now shift to women's lacrosse, where Allegheny sophomore midfielder Kelsey Rogers garnered the final NCAC Women's Lacrosse Player of the Week honor after averaging 8.5 goals per game to push the squad to a 2-0 record in conference play last week. The Wolfboro, New Hampshire native followed an 8-goal performance against Hiram with a single-game program record tying 9 tallies against Ohio Wesleyan. Rogers also averaged 4 ground balls and 4.5 draw controls per game on the week. The 2013 NCAC Women's Lacrosse Tournament field is set following the conclusion of the regular season conference schedule last week. Wittenberg has claimed the top seed and will entertain 4th-seeded Worcester at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, while 2nd-seeded Kenyon welcomes 3rd-seeded Denison at 5 p.m. also on Thursday. Denison is the defending tournament champion and leads away with 17 NCAC titles all time, followed by Worcester with 6, Oberlin with 3, and Ohio Wesleyan with 2. The championship game will be held on Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m. at the site of the highest remaining seed to emerge from the semifinal round. The tournament winner receives both the NCAC championship and the league's automatic bid into the NCAA Division III tournament. Fans, you can follow the tournament action with live stats, video, and audio feeds by visiting the official tournament website on the NCAC Women's Lacrosse homepage. We'll now wrap up this week's show by breaking down NCAC baseball and softball action from last week. First, for softball, Denison junior Rebecca Dyer and Worcester sophomore Demi Hart earned the final Player of the Week accolades for the 2013 season. Dyer, who earned Pitcher of the Week honors, went 3-1 with a 0.80 ERA, 27 strikeouts, and a 186 batting average against in 5 appearances. In Game 1 against the Ladies, Dyer tied the school record of 16 for career shutouts, co-held by DU Hall of Famer Courtney Zollers. Against the Terriers, she moved past former Big Red standout Bree Scrofano into second place on DU's career strikeout list with 348. Dyer also posted her 4th career save in Game 2 at Hiram. Hart earned Player of the Week accolades after slugging .158 and batting .526 with 6 doubles, 2 home runs, and 9 RBI, while leading Worcester to a strong 4-2 finish in NCAC play. Among her highlights of the week, Hart accounted for the lone RBI in the 1-0 victory at Denison, hit a 2-run single in the 2-1 triumph over Ohio Wesleyan, hit a 2-run double in the 7th inning that allowed the Scots to overcome Oberlin 4-2, and then smacked a pair of doubles and a home run in the 9-1 victory over Oberlin. And now to unveil the 2013 NCAC Softball Championship Tournament bracket. The tournament is set for Friday and Saturday, May 3rd through 4th, at DePaul University in Greencastle, Indiana. The Tigers earned the right to host after winning the NCAC Championship with a regular season mark of 13-3. As a top seed, DePaul meets 4th-seeded Allegheny in the opening round of the double elimination tournament on Friday at 12 p.m., while 2nd-seeded Wittenberg opens the tournament on Friday morning at 10 a.m. with a showdown against 3rd-seeded Kenyon. The double elimination tournament continues on Friday afternoon, with the winner of the day's first 2 games squaring off for a slot in the championship round at 2 p.m., while the losers of the opening round games will meet at Friday at 4 p.m. in an elimination game, with the winner moving on to face the loser of Friday's 3rd game at 11 a.m. on Saturday morning to determine the final spot in the championship round. Saturday's championship round will be played at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. if necessary. Since the inception of the NCAC softball tournament in 2001, Denison has claimed 6 tournament titles. Allegheny is second with 3 titles, Hiram has won 2, and Wittenberg 1. Fans, you can follow the NCAC softball tournament action with live stats, video, and audio feeds by visiting DePaul's official tournament website, which is located in the left-hand column on the NCAC softball homepage. Now it's time to make the call to the bullpen as we take a look at NCAC baseball action from last week. First, the weekly Player of the Week accolades. Ohio Wesleyan freshman Stephen Moore earned NCAC Player of the Week honors after leading the Bishops to 3 wins over Wabash last weekend with a .471 batting average, which included 1 double and 9 RBI. The Hamilton, Ohio native drove in the game's only run in OU's 1-0 victory over Wabash on Saturday, scored the go-ahead run and plated a pair of insurance runs in the 7-4 victory on Saturday, and then drove in 3 runs in the Bishop 6-0 victory over the Little Giants on Sunday. Wittenberg senior Kevin Toll pitched a complete game shutout in the Tigers' 4-0 victory over DePaul last weekend, allowing just 5 hits while striking out 5 for the win. Toll then went on to collect the save in Sunday's 5-4 victory over DPU that clinched the series win for Wittenberg. For his efforts, the Englewood, Ohio native was named NCAC Pitcher of the Week. The North Coast regular season will conclude this weekend with crossover series between teams from the East and West divisions. The winners of the top 4 series will advance to the 2013 NCAC baseball tournament, while the 5th series will be played for position in the final standings. The NCAC baseball tournament will be played at VA Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe, Ohio, May 9th through 11th. Fans, be sure to check back in next week as we will unveil the bracket for the 2013 NCAC baseball tournament. And NCAC sports fans, for up-to-date news, stats, and standings from around the North Coast Athletic Conference, you can log on to our website at www.northcoast.org. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at NCAC, as well as like us on Facebook. And for the entire conference staff, I'm Brett Billhart, and thanks for watching.